Hey, Vinny, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you taking some time to talk to some of my viewers and my new clients who are just getting started in the publishing process. Tell us about yourself and your books.
Well, I wrote 4 books in jail. I was in jail for 1 year. I'm not going to go into that. I have an appeal pending, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But I had 4 books and I had people typing them for me. And I needed somebody to publish them. So I contacted a number of companies. And you're the only one, I'm going to be very frank with you. You're the only one that spent the time to speak to me and explain what you could do and how you're going to do it. And I was really impressed with that. Also, your pricing was very competitive with everybody else. And what I liked about it was that you were able to edit my book, give me some good ideas, give me uh, covers for the book. You're very creative that way. You didn't like my covers, so you made it better. You made better covers. But we didn't fight about it. That's okay. But I have to tell you something that you don't know. I became almost. I don't want to say I'm a motivational speaker, but I've been giving lectures to guys coming out of jail where they have to go through a program, and usually it's anger management. You have to have some sort of a program. So I have been giving them lectures on self-publishing and how I built up my business with that.
Wow.
Now I started, I was always an investigator, a private investigator. So what I did was I focused on one aspect of investigation called financial investigations. And I've been doing very well. And the books help me too, because when I do my podcast, which I have got to, I have to start again. I've been so busy, I haven't done my podcast. I sell I sell the books on the podcast. What I also do is I go out, I do a lot of book signings. I go around different places, and that's been very successful too. And I explain to people, as you explained to me, just because you're on Amazon doesn't mean you're going to sell a lot of books. You gotta market. You gotta market it.
Yeah.
You gotta market it. So, so I've been very excited about my motivation to tell people to be motivated. Sort
Oh,
of,
good.
and you motivated me actually,
Oh,
and
good.
you gotta remember one thing. Even though I was very upbeat and I was very excited, everybody in jail loved me because I was writing books and I was giving them and they knew me as a TV celebrity because I had my own television show. So what they called me in the newspapers as celebrity private eye goes to jail. So some of the
That's
some
exciting.
of the officers they would bust my chops about that.
Yeah,
They make
yeah.
fun of me. But you know what? It was all in good humor, good nature. And the 1 year went so fast. And coming out, you helped me a lot because I was like, and I actually think, and you told me about this, that I was putting the books out too fast. I should have waited a little longer. But my ego.
Yeah,
By the
yeah,
way,
that's okay.
publishing is an ego trip for every. I hope you people know that. So you have to like calm your ego down and say, okay, let me concentrate on what's going to sell for me. What's going to be my best seller. So my Mafia Doublecross is my bestseller, by the way.
Good, good, good. Okay.
And the cookbook,
The different, yeah.
the Investigation After Dark is good, and the Rogue PI, that's almost a sort of an autobiography in a way. And you
Yeah.
said to me one day, "You sure you could print this stuff without getting indicted again?"
I know. Yeah. I hope we didn't get you into more trouble.
I checked with my attorney. Everything I put in there was okay. Okay.
Okay.
So no, I really I think anybody use a self publisher. I think you're the one they should use. But as you cautioned me, and you have to caution them that just writing a book is an instant stardom. You have to
Right.
work at it. It's a job. It's a
Yeah.
job, and I'm very happy with what you did for me. And I probably have another one for you. It's
Oh,
called
cool.
Private Eye in Prison.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's
That sounds
about
interesting.
my being in prison and how I coped, and I think and how I got motivated in prison, and how I was motivated to write these books because I wrote 3 books earlier, about 10, 12 years ago. One was called How to Catch Him with His Pants Down and Kick Him in His Assets, and it was a book for women getting divorced. And of
Yeah.
course, the men hated me for writing that book.
Yes,
Matter
yes,
of
I
fact,
can
I was on
imagine.
a Stern show with that book,
Oh,
and they
cool.
excoriated me. They called me a traitor. You're no good. You're like the Taliban.
Yeah. Wow. Geez.
Well, then when I did the TV show, they redid my book. Kensington Press redid the book, and they had another, and it did okay, but it wasn't a bestseller like
Yeah.
people. But it looks good on my resume. What can I tell you?
Of course. Yeah, that's great. Um, Now I think when you found me, did you buy the course first and then just decided to have me do it for you? Do you
Well, what
remember?
happened was I had other companies that had these little courses and whatever, and one of them actually ripped me off. I had to, but they gave me my money back. You had something you said, pay me for a half hour of my time, and
Okay. Yeah,
and
the
I wound up,
coaching.
I paid you for a half hour. I was there for an hour and a half with you, and I said,
Yeah,
"Wow,
that
I love
happens.
you." So that motivated me too. I said, "There's a woman that spending more time with me than she was supposed to, the allotted time," and it got me, got me going, and I
Oh,
really
good.
appreciate that.
Good, good, good. All right, awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, you were the great a great client because you were willing to kind of hand over your baby and just let me make it happen for you. And
Yeah.
that's sometimes easier than, the people who want to be um, you know, involved in every single step, but they don't really understand the steps. And so then it just sort of slows down the process. So you're as a done for you client, I think you just gave it to me and I went into the account, we got it uploaded for you and it just
Oh yeah.
happened, right?
But I got to tell you something. Many people have come to me because they say, "Oh, who's your publisher?" And I said, "I got a self-publisher." Blah blah blah. And I tell them the story, and I tell them what you told me, and some of them get dissuaded. They say, "Well, they think." I had one woman that I recommended to you. Crazy lady. She wanted to write a mafia book because she grew up with the mafia family and everything. But
Okay.
she thought, I swear to God, she thought that she was going to tell you about the book and you're going to write everything for her. I said, no, you have
Oh.
to have notes. You got to have something printed. Oh, I have it in my brain.
Oh,
I
jeez.
know that. I mean, people like that, it's very hard to explain to them.
Yeah,
You have to like tune them out. And a
right.
couple other people. This Francesca's going to call you. Um, she said, "Well, you wrote some books." So I said, "Yeah, I'm self-published with Chris Kendall." So she'll be calling you. And
Okay,
I get other
awesome.
people, but some people they see, like for example, my book How to Catch Him with His Pants Down. Okay, my I wrote the book myself. I published it myself without anybody.
Right,
Don't
right.
ask me how I did it. I forgot how I did it, but then Kensington, because I had a TV show, they took it and they redid it. But
Right.
I got money up front, which I never
Yes.
got before. But people don't understand that unless you're really a famous person or you have a really great story, the money you get up front, you're really not going to make it back on the book unless it sells 1 million copies. And
Right.
they don't get it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
even though I was like with you, I was sort of like a I don't know how to say it. I was like bright eyed and wow.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
after a while, I came down to earth and I said, this is a business. This is how you have to do it.
Yeah. Good, good. All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm so glad that it's, getting through that publishing process has, propelled some of the other projects that you're working on. And it sounds like it's been a really great process for you.
Oh, that's
So,
say. There's another publishing platform. Oh, I can't remember the name, but you'll know what I'm talking about. They have a whole list of how you could do the thing with them, and it's like a la carte. It's like going out to
yep.
dinner for a la carte.
Yeah.
Uh, the proofreading is $95. This is $60. This is 100. When you add it all up, it's thousands. It's a lot of money.
Yes.
You came in at the right time for me. And by the way, I actually did my homework. I contacted at least 3 or 4 different publishing companies, and everybody has a different deal.
Yeah.
Everybody has a different deal. Everybody has some. They all have the same platform. We're going to go on 100 books, and it's the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good. Well, I'm glad that I was able to that it worked out, and it's been a pleasure working with you. So
My
thank you so much, and I am excited to read the next book.
Okay. You
All
will see.
right.
Now
Yeah.
you got me motivated to do the next book again.
Good, good. Well, good. You got to get on it.
Okay.
All right.